What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So, yes, the brick lady, if we all remember the brick lady, she was the lady that was accusing black men of not defending her when she got hit upside the face with a brick outside of a club, a little while back here. This maybe, almost a year ago, almost something like that. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It was a huge controversy if we remember this. I do. I definitely do. And come to find out, of course, she was lying. You know, she had some type of allergic reaction, if I can remember. And then on top of that, she lied about some dude hitting her, which no dude ever hit her with a brick. And then she capitalized off of GoFundMe, which she took almost over $40,000 off of GoFundMe. So now she pulled up the Anton Daniels channel and things like that, you know what I'm saying, with his show and stuff like that. So we're going to dive off into this. We're going to see what's going on. And guess what? It's always quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
All the men I really meet in real life that I'm in community with are amazing. But it's always when they get behind a little mic and they see this other man, they get all, baby, go back to the freaking mother's basement you came from.
Is my mic on?
It wasn't no imagination out there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Shit.
Remember the lie you told? You said it wasn't no amazing man around right there.
What lie did I tell? What lie did I tell?
The mic 2K. Can we talk?
Oh, the whole lie that you told at the end of the day was that you got hit in the face with a brick by a black man. And then come to find out, yes, that was a whole lie. Then you made up a GoFundMe that you capitalized off of, got 40 grand, and then come to find out on the back end, you had made a GoFundMe years ago before this fact and still got money. So what are you talking about, brick lady?
Talk about the topic. Y'all crashing out.
If you want to talk to me about that situation, honey, I have all the evidence. I didn't lie about shit. That's the whole fucking
bullshit.
The lie is the fucking men who told you into slavery. They lied. They lied. But anyways, don't worry. Y'all gonna make me some money. Y'all gonna make a bitch retired rich.
We already made you money. How much did you get from the scandal?
I got $0 from that, honey. No, zero. You don't have the information. You should stop talking about things that you don't have the information for.
We all got the information. What is she talking about? All this the big came out. We know you took the 40 grand off of GoFundMe. We know you did. And we know you lied about what happened at the club that night. About some black man hitting you with a brick. And that never actually happened. We know you lied, baby.
I didn't get no money. I didn't lie. Honey, you're reading the headlines. You're reading the headlines from bloggers who are exploiting me. And you're acting like the police have never ever got it wrong. The police have always fucking charged the right people. Shit, baby, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the information. You don't know what you're talking about. You're reading the headlines. You're pandering to other fucking misogynist men. And you're pathetic right now. Baby, like I said, you're not.
Oh, shit, here we go with this misogyny. What about all that misandry that you putting out there? Brick lady. You accusing people of doing stuff that they didn't do. And the evidence is out there that nobody did that to you. What are we doing here? What are we doing? The evidence is out there. Nobody hit this broad with a brick. And she's still trying to hold on. Man, wow. These people be trying to hold on to these lies hard, bro. This is crazy.
Not on my level. You want, honey, you don't know what you're talking about. Get the books out there. If you want the truth, it's out there. I didn't come here for this. I didn't come here to talk to ladies who don't know what's going on.
Hold on.
And like I said, you don't stress me out.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Is it Ro? Can I call you Ro?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that most men are misogynistic?
I think most people are misogynistic, women and men included, because we're all socialized to be that way. In this country, especially in America or Western countries, we are all socialized to be anti-black and to be misogynist. Women have to do the work just like men to decolonize and like fuck with like even women have to do the work to do anti-misogyny work to become a girl's girl, to be
What
to decenter, to care about women.
what makes us misogynistic in your opinion?
Right.
I think, like I said, I think we're socialized to be that way. Everything in our country, we're constantly being fed things that are anti-women and
I
anti-men.
mean, like, not according to what you think is being socialized, but
Okay.
as far as like what makes me misogynistic? I know that misogyny in a lot of people's instances are attached to masculinity, right? I see terms thrown out like toxic masculinity, that type of stuff. What would
Yeah.
make a person misogynistic? And like, as far as like, give me an example. What would that look like in 2024 going into 2025?
I don't think misogyny has a look. I think it's an ideology, right? It's a thought process. It's the lens that you see the world in. And if you see the world in a lens where you think that women don't, if you're following the Western world and how you're going to see it, you're going to be misogynist. Even me, myself, as a person who has a doctorate in women and gender studies, when I was in the program, thinking that I was already like I thought I was
You got a
decolonized.
doctorate?
Hold on.
Yeah, I
Let her,
do.
let her cook. Let her cook. Go ahead.
I thought that when I entered that space, I was 28 years old, and I really thought I've been a girl's girl forever. I've always had women's back. I advocate for women. I advocate for Black people. But when I started reading those books and stuff like that, there was work that I had to do to undo stuff. I didn't realize that there was stuff that I was still doing that's participating in misogyny. And I think that there's still work to do. I think it's a constant reflexivity, a constant looking at yourself in the way that you're handling things. I just like a couple of months ago, a Black woman on TikTok had said something about me, and I made a video in response to her. And that was misogyny because I didn't make no video responses for
What part
knuckleheads
of it
like
is
him.
misogyny? What did she say
Because
that was
I didn't make
misogynistic?
because knuckleheads like this guy have been bothering me forever, and I've never made a response video for them.
No. See,
So let me
hold on, row.
Right. Hold on. What does that mean? What is she talking about? She's just throwing misogyny out there like it's, what I'm saying, like you just dumping water out of a bottle. Listen, look, you got to explain this situation. What is she, baby, what are you talking about? Because at the end of the day, though, if people are just holding you accountable, that's not misogyny. Because of the stuff that you did and the accusations that you trying to accuse people of and things like that, you know what I'm saying, when shit had hit the fan, you know what I'm saying, 6-7 months a year ago, we found out that you was actually lying. That's not misogyny. You just a fucking liar. So what is she talking about?
Row. Hold on, 2K.
Bricks and stones might break
Hold
my
on, 2K. Hold on, 2K.
Is he a comedian? Because if he is, I just think that he should just choose
Listen,
better subjects.
focus on me for 1 second.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I was saying is like, so here's a distinction. There were so many men who were harassing me constantly, and I never felt the need to make any response videos for them. But as soon as it was a Black woman, I did it. And I thought, the way that I told myself, because we always tell ourselves lies, right? When we're doing things, we don't want to be honest. I told myself, oh, I'm doing this because she's a Black woman and I'm protecting other Black women. So I'm mad at her for this. But when I started to do the internal work, I was like, why do I feel more comfortable responding to her and not him?
Do you think that there's a
That's
level of
misogyny.
But hold on, but do you think that there's a level of accountability on your part, and that it's not that most guys are misogynistic, but there's a lot of guys that are getting out of prison every single day because of being accused of something that they didn't do, because it's a whole agenda behind believe all women by default and not because they can actually prove that you did anything to them.
Right.
And so do you think that it's valid for men to question everything the same way that we question each other, right? I don't by default believe anything that anybody says, but if somebody makes hold on, give me a second. If somebody makes an accusation, do you think that those guys are misogynistic because they hold you accountable? Because listen,
No.
we've advocated as a society, as a culture, for women to be equal. So how do we justify the misogynistic label when people hold you accountable?
Okay, so that was very loaded. So let me try to break it down because I don't want to just overthink. So here's one. No, holding somebody accountable is not It's not misogyny. And but I do believe that one, there might be an agenda to believe all women, but it's never been acted out. It's never been. It might be.
Oh, that's bullshit. That is. There's never been an agenda to believe all women. And we know these are facts. We know these are staples in society. Now, listen, look. The thing of this is yes, we know that things do happen to both men and women on this planet. But the thing of this is yes, we do give a lot more grace and things like that in situations where happen to women. Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do love women. But I'm just saying, the thing of this is yes, we also know that women are capable of telling lies and things like that, just like any other human being on this planet. I look at people as human beings first before I see gender or anything else. Everybody's capable of doing all types of egregious things, from deletions, all types of crazy stuff. So, I don't just take everybody for face value. Definitely if I don't know you. If I know you, you know what I'm saying, and I know you for an extended period of time, that's one thing. Because I can, substantiate your character for a long period of time. But, just on face value, you can't just sit there and just, believe somebody just on face value when you barely know them. That's ridiculous.
A theory that people came up with. It might even be an agenda. If you want to say, I don't think it's an agenda, it might be all of those things, but it's never been practiced. We don't believe women.
You don't think so?
No, we don't. We still don't believe women, and we certainly don't believe Black women. And I think it's very important to understand that Black women, we deal with everything that Black men deal with, and then on top of that, we deal with misogyny. So when you say that people are accusing you guys of things, people accuse things of us. Black women walk down the street and people be like, "Oh, she did this," and everybody believes it. So we also deal with the accusations from people.
I don't agree with that. I'm with Anton on that. I don't agree with that. No, no.
Hold on, Black women. No, white women can carry us anytime. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish it out, darling. Okay. So that's one thing. Black women are always susceptible to also be accused of things, and without anybody believing them. And two, the system hates all of us. So me as a Black woman, I'm gonna tell you something about me. Yeah, the system, there's police and all of that. Me as a Black woman, when I go to the police, they don't believe me, and they certainly don't see me as a person that deserves protection. So
they can't believe you because of your record. Sweetheart, your record is clear. The whole internet, the whole world, we seen you accuse Black men of hitting you upside the head with a brick, and then the evidence came out that never happened. So what are you talking about? The evidence came out that never happened. So why are we having this conversation right now? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Let's pause. It's the shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. What are we talking about? She's out the side of her neck. The reason why you're unbelievable is because you've done things and you've accused people, and the evidence has come out that you that never happened. So yes, nobody can believe you. It works the same with the man sitting around here talking out the side of his neck to talk about it. This has happened and that's happened and this is it. And then the evidence comes out that you actually are a bat. What are we supposed to believe when the evidence is out there?
Always going to have a higher level of scrutiny already from the police. So now if my people hold me down with a whole higher level of scrutiny, that's fine. But there's a difference between holding somebody accountable and then also choosing not to believe them because you're trying to protect an image. Most people were not worried about trying to find out the truth. They were trying to conceal the truth. Whether it was true or not, they didn't want it to come out because they were worried about how that would affect Black men.
You're making it personal back to
okay, so I'm saying, yeah,
I'm not
because you guys brought it up and nobody was talking about that.
It's not no you
No, at the end of the day, though, that's a part of your life, sweetheart. We cannot not bring that up. That went viral over the internet. With you accusing black men or some black man of hitting you upside the face with a brick. That went viral. So what do you expect everybody not to bring that up? And then we know about the 40 grand that you basically, tried to sit out there and get sympathy for. Where's the 40,000? I don't see why she hadn't been brought up on charges yet of fraud. I'm not getting it. We know you lied. The evidence came out that you were lying about that situation the whole time. You were lying.
You
But what I'm
guys,
trying
I'm
to
not
say
a
is that
monolith. I'm my own
here's my
individual.
here's
Hold on,
okay.
hold on.
Here's my personal. This is what I would do.
never
If
brought it
somebody,
up.
if okay, so
Never
guess what?
brought it
Okay,
up.
how about okay? Let's make it general. If somebody comes out right now, any one of these women or men, I don't care because I don't even think about gender that way. If anybody comes out right now and says so and so did this to me, what I think is the most practical thing for the society that we live in right now is just to believe the person.
Never.
Why?
Never.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. You want to hear why I think that? The reason why I think that is because if I decide, no, I don't believe you, and now I'm all asking all these questions, guess what? Now the truth is much more muddier because everybody's
No,
putting
the
in
truth is
a
the
theory
truth.
and all that. Hold on.
That ain't how it worked. Man, woo-wee. She is such a fucking delusional state till it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You're just supposed to believe somebody with no evidence, no proof, you just supposed to automatically believe anything anybody say. That makes no logical sense. That's not even healthy for a mental status. That's not even healthy for living decent life. You're not supposed to just automatically believe anything anybody say. That makes no common sense. And the thing of this is, and I get it, because in the 21st century here, we're dealing with an epidemic of everybody not having any common sense. Common sense is like, common sense is like ambrosia, which, the ancient Greek gods used to drink. It's a mythical thing nowadays. It's mythical. Common sense is mythical now. The majority of people don't have it. But everybody's running around here, talking out the side of their necks all the damn time. And it's ridiculous. And we don't have any harmony or any type of real understanding about how society really needs to work and how people need to get along to keep things moving on this planet. It's crazy to me, but it is what it is. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think.
Listen. Okay, so you're not letting me finish a complete thought. I'm trying to finish a complete thought. No, hold on.
No. Listen,
right now, but listen,
let me tell you what's wrong with your argument.
I didn't get to finish. I didn't make the argument yet. Let me just finish it. Now, if we allow the person, yes, I am going to land it, please. You threw a lot of questions at me. And I'm trying to answer one. Let me answer this one. Okay. So now, if we let this person speak and we all just be quiet and be like, okay, that's what your story is, and we be quiet. We allow them to keep speaking and keep talking without interruption. And that if they're lying, they will hang themselves. We will give them enough rope to hang themselves because we're allowed. If you let a liar lie, a liar will expose themselves because you're gonna be like, okay, what's the more details? Give us more details. Give us more details, and we will be able to catch them. But we don't do that. The minute somebody says this happened to me, we're like, liar.
This is the problem.
This is
the problem. Y'all have been incentivized to lie.
Who's y'all?
Women.
Because black women don't get to participate in that.
Yes,
black women don't have.
Yes,
no, black women don't.
There are men every single day, and you really need to look up the statistics with regard to.
No, I actually know. I have a woman in gender studies. I know this. That
you didn't hear what I was about to say. You didn't hear what I was about to say.
Black women don't have that.
You didn't hear what I was about to say.
Sure.
You really need to look up the statistics with regard to the Innocence Project. And with regard to the Innocence Project, there are men every single day that either cop out or they're just now being freed because the technology that we have today has just caught up to where we can actually test to realize that there are a lot of people that were incentivized to lie on men, whether it be because, like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. And I always like to cite this example because this is the antithesis of what you're preaching. The woman that accused the Duke lacrosse team of raping them, she was lying. She lied beautifully. And here's the worst part about it. Nobody came back and apologized to the lacrosse team, and all of those guys' reputations were ruined.
And they weren't going to apologize to the Duke lacrosse team. They wasn't. Nobody was. And that's the thing that we deal with. That's the reason why, as men, you need to watch how you move on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, seriously, man, it's life and death sometimes. Now, you know, not trying to spread fear tactics, but the thing of this is yes, you have to watch how you move as men. And these are facts. The Duke lacrosse team got so much hate and things like that when on the back end it came out that she was lying on them. It's just wow. To be lied on like that.
They got kicked out of school. It's
Right.
men that get arrested, removed from their job because they have no retribution. Nobody ever gives the consequences to these people that are lying.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it's not things that happen to people. But I don't like it when people then generalize and say to believe all women, because that would mean to automatically demonize somebody else. Because
No, we
the way
don't. We can.
the way
We
that
can
the justice
also.
system is supposed to work is that it's innocent until proven guilty. But when you say believe all women, if women was believable, we wouldn't have to preach it.
That's the
Right.
fact.
We wouldn't have to
Okay,
preach it.
but how
And then-
come?
and
How
I
come? How come?
see
How
women
come?
lie every single day. Every day. People.
I see men lie every single day.
People lie.
People
But I
lie.
am
Yeah.
not going to, I am never going to give the
Okay, so what
benefit of the-
space?
I'm
What
not
space
going
do
to
you
give the
create
benefit-
for
Hold on,
a
wait,
victim?
wait,
What
wait,
space
wait,
do you
wait.
create for a victim? So what do you think a
space
victim
do I
should?
create for a victim?
What can a victim do? Because guess what? I said that I got hit.
I can't
Everybody
make-
called me a liar, and guess what? That man said he got hit, and I'm
You-
still being
listen,
called a liar.
Listen,
He
listen,
said he hit me on 3 different platforms.
listen.
So
You
I'm just
keep-
saying, what do you
keep
do
bringing-
about the people?
You
Because
keep
it was
bringing
brought
up
up.
the- you
I
keep
didn't bring it
bringing
up.
the
I don't talk
situation.
about that. I don't
You
talk about
keep
that.
bringing up the
It was
situation,
brought
and I'm
up.
telling you.
It was brought up.
No, I didn't bring it up. I'm talking to you. That he is a
Yeah.
different person. I didn't bring that up. You
So
keep
I'm
bringing it up
asking
in
you,
order to
okay,
justify
so
your
do you
argument.
do you have a sister or a daughter?
I got 3 brothers and I have 1 daughter.
Okay. I also will agree. Here's my thing. As a person who has experience, it's hard not to speak from experience. I do think that when women are, I do think that there's a way. I think that
Lies.
especially a black woman should never go to social media. If you've been assaulted, don't ever go to social media. Never, ever do that. I totally agree with that. Like, but the system doesn't advocate for women too. Like, if as a black woman walked into a police station
I
and
think
said,
that you are bitter and you are scorned.
Why
And
you
I
want
think
I'm
that-
not bitter and I'm
I
not
think
scorned.
that- I think that
I
you
am
have
deeply
to-
heartbroken. I'm deeply
believe
heartbroken
that you-
because what happened to me was brutal. And to happen to your own community, it was brutal. Because guess
Why
what?
did you
I'm
go
a
to
person
GoFundMe?
who has advocated for our black community forever. I've been to all the protests,
I think that you
everything I've done
honestly,
around.
you need to do some self-searching.
You
and
don't
I
know
think-
me, sweetheart, and you don't know what I'm trying to do. That was a brutal thing that I went through, and this guy
Stop being
laughed about
so
it.
offended at everything. You keep introducing yourself into the conversation in your own personal situation. So when I then speak to it, then that makes it valid. I never asked you your personal situation. I was speaking
He
in
brought
general.
it up.
I
You know what
don't
you're doing
care
right now?
what
You're
he's
negating the
talking
fact
about.
that I
Hey,
came here. I came
don't
here
care.
prepared to have
I
adult conversation about the topic that was at hand.
The
He
reason
didn't
why
go
the
through
reason why
trauma.
you get the
And for
type of
you to
energy
tell
that
me
you
that
get,
for me not to react to my trauma is crazy. First of all, I have done a
don't
lot of
care
self
about
work.
your trauma.
I can tell that you don't care.
I don't care about your trauma.
Yo, what
And
the
what you
fuck,
don't, what you
I
don't,
can
wait,
tell
no,
you
no,
don't
hold
care.
on, hold on.
I can tell you don't
We're gonna
care.
get back to it, y'all. I
But
promise.
what is going to act like
Your
I came here to
problem.
have a conversation about the topics that you
Your
guys want to have
problem.
and to add an
Your
intellectual level.
problem.
I don't have a problem. You don't know what problems I have. You don't know me.
I know it because I'm paying attention to what you interacting with me right now. I'm speaking on what my personal interaction with you in this short amount of time is. I don't
What's
give
your
a fuck.
negating?
I
What's
don't
your
care
negating
about
was
your
that somebody?
past.
Okay,
I
so let
never
me talk about
introduced
the worst
your
thing that
past.
ever happened to you. Laugh about it, and then when you react to it, be like, "Oh, you know what? This is the problem that you have.
I don't
You're
care.
negating what he did."
Nobody
Okay, I can tell that
cares.
you don't care.
The
I can
fact
tell
that
you
you
don't
keep
care.
bringing it up shows
I didn't bring it up. He
you're
brought it
still
up.
bringing it
And now
up.
that
You're
you bring
still
it
bringing
up,
it up.
now that you bring it up, you can't act like it didn't happen.
I don't
Like,
care.
Do you see the panel? Do you see the panel? Even the other women on the panel was looking crazy. Like, what is this bitch talking about? Wow. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Even the other women on the panel. Wow.
About what
crazy.
the fuck you think about your situation. If you want to address that with him separately,
I just want to
offline,
address it.
then
I
take
don't
that
think
and
that
address it
anybody,
with
I
him
don't think that
offline.
you or him have the range to have that conversation with me.
You
I'm
better
having
have
it with you right now.
You don't need no range for the paperwork.
Stop 2K. Stop 2K. Stop 2K. Give me 1 second. Your problem, and give me a second.
You don't know what my problems
You're
are.
free
You
to
have no
respond.
idea who
You're
I
free
am.
to respond. I'm trying not to mute you because I want to make sure that we had this conversation. You introduced yourself into the conversation with me. You keep introducing your own personal situation when I was talking in general. Your problem, and this is the problem of a lot of women that's out here, is that you bring this type of energy on you. I
Right.
know women that ain't never had a problem with a man in their life. I know women that ain't never been assaulted. I know women that ain't never had.
So now you're saying that I bring that kind of energy to myself.
Stop. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak, but I keep trying to tell you that your femininity is your secret weapon. That's the thing that you have as a trump card. You talk too much. You too aggressive. You masculine. It ain't that we think is
I'm
that
masculine.
we can identify when a woman want to act like a man and we treat you as such.
No, I do not. First of all, the men I'm in community with, the men that I'm in community with,
if you want to have that type of energy,
like this.
I gotta mute you because you're not gonna keep interrupting me.
Right. Right. Look at it waving a finger around, stuff like that. Listen, look, man, this is wild right here. This is wild. Bad activity. What a 40 grand at, Brick? What a 40 grand that you took from people, that you stole from people, you know what I'm saying, trying to play the sympathy card. Where's the 40 grand?
If you gonna have that type of energy, cool. Listen, ladies, let them run. Let them run.
Could we slow clap?
Hold on.
Look at it. Look at the women clapping. Look at the women on the panel clapping. Look at the other women on there agreeing that she's a bat. Now, you know what I'm saying? We know in today's society, we got both men and women out here that are straight bats. Straight bats. They got to be put down because they spread rabies. These are bats out here, man. This is crazy.
And I just want to say this.
Damn.
I want to say this really quickly because I never ever and it ain't a person up here that could say that I was offensive. It ain't a person up here that could say I called her out of her name.
Right.
It ain't a person up here that could say that I said anything negative to her whatsoever. She introduced herself into this conversation. She got met with aggression. And I would implore every guy to stand 10 toes down and stop letting these chicks bully you just because she a woman.
Right.
She can't bully nobody up here. And I tried to offer her grace by being the intercessor between her and 2K. But the reality of it is that type of woman, the personification of her, and any woman that's like her are going to have problems for their entire life with men, with society, with the police, with labels.
Right. Because she always trying to play the victim card. She always trying to be a victim. And women with common sense, women with grace, women with actual God-fearing understanding, they not victims. They know that they got people on their side. They know that they got God on their side. They know that they got love in their life. They not victims. They able to overcome. They able to persevere through the struggles of life. We all gotta persevere. We all gotta move through. Men, women, it don't matter. And this is the case right here. The brick lady just want to be a victim.
And they always gonna be a victim. Those type of women are always gonna be a victim. And the problem, here's the other part of that problem, is that women, y'all gonna be the ones that get labeled as angry black women because she is going to be your representative.
Right.
It's always the loudest ones in the room that's gonna paint a picture, and it don't matter how feminine you are, you basically gonna have to go in there. You know how they say that you got to go in there? A lot of times we got to go into the workplace, or we got to go into the classrooms, and we got to perform 10 times harder. It's not because society is racist. It's because they then represent you, and then they create a personification in other people's minds, and y'all got to go out there and fight the fight for them because y'all don't hold them accountable. If y'all keep letting them type of woman get away and paint the picture, and y'all keep supporting them in the name of black women, guess what? I don't believe that most black women are like that. I tend to believe, through my own personal experience in real life, that most black women are feminine, they cool, they dope. Even if they have a difference of opinion with you, they then lean to their femininity because they truly are that. They can't avoid what it is that God made them.
Right. Most women, especially black women, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my feminine, black, beautiful sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? Most black women, you know what I'm saying? Like Anton said, even with the difference of opinion, they're still feminine ladies. They're still ladies that need to be protected, provided for, understood, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, make sure that they're taken care of in the right spaces. The brick lady is totally out the box out here. She totally out the box. Totally out the box. Yeah, but I had to bring this to you guys, real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? The brick lady had surfaced and stuff like that and showed up the Anton Daniels channel broadcast, basically. And yeah, man, this is wild right here. I'm surprised she's showing her face anymore after all the scandal behind her. Taking money, all types of stuff. Man, please. Accusing people of doing things that they didn't do. Man, this is wild. This is wild. But yeah, though, she showed up. It is what it is, though. You know, that's the thing, though. You know, get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my subscribers. Real talk. Mad love. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say, that, my friends, is the bottom line.